Our good friend Elvis Duran is the man behind the microphone, and this year he celebrates the 20th anniversary of his nationally syndicated radio show, Elvis Duran and the Morning Show. And Hoda got a chance to meet up with Elvis somewhere pretty darn swanky.
It was. You might know Elvis from his radio show, or you may know him from our studio, where he comes twice a month or more and introduces us to an upcoming artist. Well, I got to meet up with Elvis in his beautiful penthouse apartment right here in New York City, where we talked about his career, his life outside of radio, and what's ahead in his future.
All right, we've received a text from Andrea. I don't know about that.
Yes, I pay good money for them.
Every morning, Elvis Duran and his talented team deliver the magic to Elvis Duran and the Morning Show, the #1 radio show in the country, boasting more than 10 million listeners weekly.
Elvis Duran and the Morning Show.
And each week, Elvis has no problem attracting some of music's biggest names, like Selena Gomez.
My question to you, are these your best days?
Gwen Stefani.
I just can't believe I'm going to be on the radio.
And Ed Sheeran.
So you were out dancing last night?
But Elvis's voice could be heard on the airwaves years before hosting his own show.
I want to be on the radio. As far back as I can remember. You know, I was sort of a loner little kid. Didn't really fit into Boy Scouts or sports or whatever. Actually, I started my own little radio station in my closet.
You did?
Absolutely. We hooked it up to a little transmitter I bought at Radio Shack that you could hear maybe a block away.
When you said, I want to do radio, I really know I want to do this, did your parents say this is one of those fleeting, look at cute Elvis?
No, they were always very supportive. I couldn't sing, I couldn't act, but they knew I wanted to perform. They knew I was a ham when I had the light on me. So this was the only way.
And what a good way it was. At just 14, Elvis went from his closet to a small radio station in McKinney, Texas, eventually moving on to cities like San Antonio, Houston, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and finally landing here in New York.
Back in my days where I was getting kicked out of my apartment every month because I never paid the rent, and then New York called and said, we want to hire you. So I came to New York.
How about that phone call?
It was the best.
How about that phone call?
I'll never forget it. Coming to New York and then looking at the Empire State Building. Wow, this is great. And I never take it for granted.
Something else Elvis doesn't take for granted, his health, losing about 100 pounds after bariatric sleeve surgery 2 years ago.
But I was just looking back at old interviews of you, and I guess I just did not realize how different you look now.
Oh, yeah. I don't recognize me when I see those pictures in that video.
Really? Did Dr. Oz play a little role in that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why? What did he say?
You know, he looked at me and said, Elvis, it possibly could kill you just as fast as, or faster than some cancer. Yeah. So get in there and get it taken care of. And I did, as fast as possible.
Describe the difference between the husky Elvis and the lean Elvis, how you felt.
Well, the natural thing is I don't sweat as much. I can wear clothes now, and I can walk further distances without being out of breath. The internal important things are, I knew I could eventually find a way to make myself feel better about myself, and so I did it.
And he should feel good about himself. When it comes to the radio, there's almost nothing Elvis hasn't done. In 2015, he was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame, and next year Elvis will receive a star on the legendary Hollywood Walk of Fame.
When do you think your parents were the proudest of you? From the day you were born to as we're sitting right now.
Maybe an odd answer. I think they're most proud of me now, and they're both deceased. Huh. How many times have you heard of people who really feel like they've done great things and you find out their parents passed away a year before? And I really think, I feel them looking down on me and going, great job, good for you.
Oh, and
That's
here's
so sweet.
to you, Elvis.
We love our Elvis.
We sure do.
And he'll be here probably, within a week.
And the day after that, too.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.